Where my girls at?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Where my girls at?
Right.
Independent, free spirit. Ooh, it's something serious. Where my girls at? We ain't linked up in a cool minute. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right.
It's going down, down. Where my girls at? Where my girls at? Where my girls at? It's going down tonight. Yes, yes, yes. I love the applause. Thank you, Michael. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Well, it is. We got issues. You got issues. She got issues. We all got issues. We are the girlfriends, the force of friendship. Sabrina, Katrina, Gloria, and Chrisette, based out of the D, Detroit, Michigan at 19 a.m. The Superstation, WFDF. Call us at 313-778-7600. Today we are talking keeping romance hot, keeping it lit. At this stage and age, you got to work at it. For the young girls, it just comes naturally. But the bottom line is it's important. And so we want to know how you keep it hot. 313-778-7600. We've got almost 100 years of marriage amongst us. And so we've done it all kind of ways throughout the years. And so we want to hear your story. Well, it's a beautiful, terrific Tuesday. We're calling this Top Tip Tuesday, how to keep romance hot. And so, Katrina, you're looking good in that bright red lipstick. That's one way for starters, is to wear some bright red lipstick. So, hello, Katrina Harris Earl, our girl on the West Coast. Say hello to the people.
It's gonna be funny talking about how to keep it hot when you got 4 fans next to you, man. It's hot, all right. It's hot, all right. You should have heard the conversation with Anthony. What y'all talking about on the show today? He's excited. He probably listened in. I'm like, don't be commenting in the chat, okay?
Tell him to call in.
Y'all,
We want him to call
got issues.
in.
I just shared that I got a call from a girlfriend that at her son was tested positive for COVID, and but the crazy thing is he got a call from the CDC. I had to write it down, the WHO, which is the World Health Organization, and the California Department of Health, because it was an unknown variant that they have not seen before. They told him, you have COVID, but it's an unknown variant and we're coming to your house. And all those organizations showed up at his house.
Really?
I mean,
what does all that
unknown
mean,
variant.
Katrina? What does that mean? I mean, how do they, I know they can detect, but to show up at the house to get a call,
Well,
I mean, that's very, very scary.
yeah, imagine the first person, we hear these things about the first person who had the Delta variant. They get on a plane, they do this, they are tracing, who were you around, where were you? They're trying to figure out, they're trying to find, number one, is it mutating? Clearly I don't know what I'm talking about, but I think I know what I'm talking about. They're trying to find, is it mutating? And they're trying to figure out where it's coming from. So in this case, he's in a part of California that was totally closed down near Yosemite, and now it's open and working in a 5-star resort. And now people are back. They're traveling, and I would bet, based on where it is, that would be an area that there would be a high, if there is a percentage of people that are not vaccinated in California, that particular region would be part of the area. And so it's just interesting. More people.
What were his symptoms? Do you know what his symptoms were, Katrina? Where they are
vomiting.
Are they
heavy
yeah.
vomiting, which was wow. That was what I heard, was a lot of vomiting. Now feeling better today, but they still, and the blessing is he hasn't been around that many people. and he's healthy, praise God. But yeah, it's just interesting. So I don't know. I mean, it literally just went down quickly, but you could imagine. I mean, can you imagine being one of the first? So they show up at your house. I'm like,
Mm.
okay.
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know where we go from here. I don't know how this thing gets under control because it's obviously getting out of control. It's one thing after the next. I don't know. We just continue to ask God to heal our land. I just don't know, you guys. I don't know.
Mhm.
Katrina,
Yeah.
Chrisette, what do you got to say? What do you have to say about it all?
Well, I mean, it is a lot. That is probably the number one thing that's in the news is coronavirus is at the top of every conversation. All the news stations are talking about. Of course, we did talk a little bit about it yesterday on the show. And of course, we know that the Pfizer vaccine has been approved, and now it's opened the door for many companies, the military, schools now are, mandating that the teachers and military, they have to be vaccinated. So that's one of the good things that comes out of FDA approval is that you'll get the mandates. But like yesterday, I think our guest Angela, I believe was her name, that said, I don't care if it is FDA approved. I still right now don't want to get a vaccine. So it's going to be interesting to see if the numbers go up. And then Afghanistan, you guys, I
Mhm.
mean, that situation is just so heartbreaking. I try to put myself in the place of, the Americans that are there, and then the Afghans that helped America while they were there, and then the Taliban is there, and Biden is not moving on his August 31 date for the U.S. to be out of there, and they're saying
Evacuated.
it's like 6,500 people that are at the airport. And so I mean, that just makes my stomach quiver, and it just makes my heart palpitate just thinking, if you were in a situation and literally didn't know how you were going to get out. And my heart goes out to the Afghan people, especially the women who know that once the Taliban gets in, well, I shouldn't say get in, they already have taken over. What is that going to mean for them? Can you imagine getting used to having some freedoms? And that's another whole talk show. And then somebody comes back and say, you can't go to school, you can't learn, you can't dress a certain way, you have to do, and all of these rules that you're gotten used to not having those restrictions, and now they're put back on you. So, that's a lot. So that Afghanistani situation, that's in the news. And then lastly, Kathy Hochul, she is now the new first female governor of New York. So she is taking control of the
Wow.
reins, and it's going to just be interesting to see how all of that unfolds. So that's going to be really, really interesting, you guys, to watch all of that. So that's what's hot. And wait a minute, our topic today, Sabrina, when I tell you I'm excited about it, and I'm serious, this just popped up and I said, what? How about Beyonce is the first Black woman to wear the Tiffany diamond? Never in the history has a Black woman worn this diamond, and she and Jay-Z are going to be featured on the cover, and they're talking about love. And I said, oh, we definitely got to know what they're talking about, because we know they've had some ups and some downs, as we all have. So it'd just be
Mhm.
interesting to see what they have to say about love. So I'm
Just
going
go
to
and call them and tell them to come on. We got issues. Just go and call them,
oh,
Chris.
absolutely.
That's it. We want to hear what they got to say about romance, bromance, all that good stuff. Well, girlfriends, it's always good to see you. I asked the tribe, I said, how important is romance in your relationship? Are you a true romantic? Some women are, some women aren't. Somebody said on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm an 11. Okay. And so that's
We should have
it.
asked her to come on the show, okay?
I know.
Yeah,
So whoever
you.
said they're
I'm
11,
gonna
you
need you
got
to
to call
call
us.
in.
Yeah,
Alicia
you need to call
Love
in.
Wilson. Her name is Love. Okay,
Okay,
Alicia. You
Alicia
need to
Love,
call in.
call us at 313-778-7600. Because today, what are we doing, Michael? We coming in hot. We are coming in hot today. So, where's my music? Hey.
Oh my goodness, we are coming in hot, you guys. We're gonna talk about it.
Here we go. So the importance of romance, you guys. I mean, I don't know. Some women are free to talk about it. Some women are shy to talk about it. Some people love to talk about it. That's all they talk about all day, every day. And so I just think it's important. And so today, Psychology Today says romance has got to be one of the most fun and least executed activities in many relationships. With all the distractions we have in our busy lives, it seems many couples never find the time to be romantic, but that can lead to love's demise. Romance is about getting closer. There's also a big difference between sex and romance. Hello, somebody. There is a difference. In most relationships, if you want the former to be great, you have to fully engage in the latter. Hello, somebody. Yes. Let me say that again. Romance is about getting closer. There's also a big difference between sex and romance. In most relationships, if you want the former to be great, you have to fully engage in the latter. So that's exactly it, you guys. I mean, if you want to be good on all levels, we have to engage in all levels. I agree with that.
Chris said it looks that foreplay, Sabrina.
Okay.
I think that's what it's called. And when you think about that, most people think foreplay is, what you do before you have sex, but foreplay absolutely is the romantic part. I mean, you start that, you can start it before your husband or your spouse goes to work. You know what I'm saying? You could text a message. You can, make something special, their special breakfast that they didn't know. It's a lot of things that go into foreplay, and where your partner is just thinking about you all day long. Come on, y'all. Remember when y'all first started dating or when you first got married? Couldn't wait for him to come home. You were totally excited, and now you're like, whatever.
Okay. That's it. It also talked about most people don't try to do anything romantic because they simply don't know how. Here's a hint. Someone said, one of our listeners said, sensual touching. Here's a hint. There are no secrets to romance. Most of the time, everything we need to know is right under our noses. Anyone who has ever watched a romantic movie knows enough to get the ball rolling. Okay, so the moral to the story is don't act like you don't know. Okay, you better act like you know. Okay,
in the chat.
Okay,
Look at him.
Anthony in the chat. I'm thinking about you, Kat. He's starting early, 4:00 in the afternoon. Okay, okay. Then it talks about through a little trial and error and lots of conversation, the two of you can create the kind of romance that would put Romeo and Juliet to shame. In many cases, all it takes is some encouragement. I want to thank Casey McKinney because I really do believe it was her idea yesterday. I told him I was fresh out of ideas. I needed an idea. And I believe it was her idea. And I said, I really like that. Let's go. So here we are, you guys, talking about the importance of romance. Are you a true romantic, Chrisette and Katrina, or not?
I would say that I absolutely am a true romantic, but I just think life happens and you just kind of forget about it. I love romance movies. I absolutely love the feeling of being in love. I love when something happens, in our marriage and it was unexpected, and because you like all that, you ask yourself, well, why don't I do it? I mean, right. Sometimes I think, and I'm just speaking for me, it's easier to expect your partner to do things than you taking the lead. I think sometimes as a woman, we kind of expect, and maybe I don't have research on that, but I'm just speaking for me. You expect your husband to take the lead. And it's like, why do you expect him to take the lead? You take the lead and you do it. I remember when Chuck and I first got married, I shouldn't say first, we were probably married for a few years. And I bought a book and I gave it to him. And it was like 101 quickies. Okay. And literally it was really nice. You open the book and it had a little piece of paper. You rip it out, you open it up, and whatever that paper said, you had to do. Now, needless to say, we probably got 89 that haven't been Okay. So Bishop, if you're listening, I don't think he's on the golf course. Go find that book and rip a page out today. Okay.
That is an awesome book. What is the name of the book? And do you know the author, Chrisette? I love the title of the book.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up and give it to you guys after the break. But I believe it was 101 quickies.
Okay, well, we're going to definitely look that up. The thing is this, you guys, let me tell you the definition of being a romantic. What does it mean to be a true romantic? Being a romantic is about expressing love and dedication in a way that's intentional, unmistakable, and deeply affectionate. It often involves dramatic or passionate gestures. Those smaller actions that indicate enduring affection can also be romantic. I love romance. I do love like we all do. I know Chrisette is about to celebrate her 29th wedding anniversary.
Yes.
We are celebrating, and when is your anniversary, Chrisette?
September the 10th.
September the 10th. Ours is September 4th, and that will be our 28th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
And Gloria is celebrating her 25th wedding anniversary in the September the 7th. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then what about you, Katrina? How many years you guys have?
This will be 8 years, 12, going on 9 years, 8, 12, 12, 12. Can I do math? Okay.
Wow.
So
okay.
12,
going on 9
12,
years.
so.
9 years.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of years of marriage. That's a lot of years of
like
romance
newlyweds around y'all.
You are, clearly. You really are. And so with that being said, we know that we do get busy. Life gets hectic. You got to really get creative to keep the love high and hot. Every day is not roses and rainbows. And so, but I do believe love is love and love makes the world go round. And so to our tribe,
Yes.
we want to hear from you. How do you do it? How long have you been married? How long? Maybe you're just in a relationship, you're not married. We want to hear from young people who are dating, who might be newlyweds 1 year or two. But it really does start with a look, for sure. Somebody said it starts with what you're wearing. Okay. Oh my goodness. It starts with what you're wearing.
And you know what, Sabrina, that is so important, because it's so easy. I mean, after, I remember when I first, got engaged and you have your bridal shower and you open your gifts and you got stuff like, what do I do? I need instructions for this. I don't know how to go. I mean, I'm like, y'all do know it gets cold in Michigan, okay? So, I mean, you get all of this stuff and, you go to Victoria's Secrets and, you buy all this stuff. And then after a while, you like, give me my flannel pajamas. Give me, something that's
with the hood, okay?
Flannel pajamas
with the hood, okay?
What you wear is what you're wearing and what you're not wearing, because there's a few things. He's like, can I burn that?
Okay.
Like, oh Lord, it's just nothing like being comfortable. But that is so true. Anthony is scent driven. So is what you're wearing fragrance.
And see, that's so interesting. That's so interesting because Kenny has major allergies. And so if I try to put on a fragrance, he starts sneezing. Okay.
See, I have wonderful fragrances because I like how they look on my vanity, but I don't have to wear them. But I always have to remember he wants to smell the scent.
That's so good. That's so good. That's so good.
I don't smell it, so.
Qualities of a romantic person: affectionate, thoughtful, dedicated, a tendency for big gestures, sentimental, present, consistent. Those are just some qualities, you guys, of romantic. And I think it's important that in this day of social media, you got to learn to put the dang on phone down. Okay, put the phone down, turn social media off, be present in the moment. All right. The other night I was like, hey, brother, put the phone down. Okay. All right, here we go, you guys. We got issues. 313-778-7600. It's 9:10 a.m. The Superstation, WFDF, with the girlfriends. We'll be right back.
All right, you guys, when I tell you this conversation right here is hot, hot, hot. So, you know what? I'm going to give you guys the name of the book that I was talking about that I mentioned just a few minutes.
Okay, great. We'll come to them right when we get back from the break.
101
Okay, thank you.
Great, GRREAT Quickies.
Okay, thanks.
It's by Laura Korn, CORM, Laura Korn. 101 Great Quickies, and you can get it on Amazon. And guess what? It's on sale for $4.19. Matter of fact, I'm gonna order me one because after moving, we still got stuff packed up. Only God knows where that book is. But when I tell you, you know, what do you do? What do you do to keep the romance going in your marriage, in your relationship? So, you know, whoever that was that said on a scale of 1 to 10, you're an 11. Call us in because we want to know what you doing that makes you an 11. But you know what? Love is just so wonderful. You guys remember how it felt when you first fell in love, and you remember some of the things that you did. And why is it that I think it's you get comfortable with your spouse, you get, you know, comfortable with not doing those extra things, and then you have a family, you get busy, you're tired. And for women, and let me just tell you, we got a show that's coming on that you don't want to miss, probably sometime in September. But with women, sometimes it's hormonal too, right? I remember when my hormones were going all over the place. He's cold, I'm hot. Okay, can you say hot flashes? But had that taken care of. But we'll talk about that at another show. But you guys, you know, it is really important to keep the romance in. And we sometimes have to be reminded of that because it's so easy to, you know, just get in a rut. And I think sometimes that's what it is. It doesn't mean that you don't love your spouse. It just means that your significant other is just that a rut. So let's go back to the show. Call us 313.
Coming in.
Here we go. We're back with the voice of friendship at 9:10 a.m. The Superstation. Yes. We are talking romance. We are talking keeping it hot in the relationships. We are talking, are you a true romantic? Somebody just said, I want my next relationship to be full of romance, because if you don't have it, you want it. If you got it, you want more of it. I just think it makes the world go round. It's a hot topic. Some of the girlfriends are classy, messy, funny, sassy, sexy. Oh my goodness, and you crazy, ornery, lazy, flighty. But today, we choose to all be sexy today on this topic. We said that we've been married 25 years, 28 years, 29 years, 9 years. And so we've had to learn over the years to keep it spicy. And so we're going to the phone lines, you guys. Call us at 313-778-7600. We've got 3 callers. We've got Marathon. We've got Lou. We've got somebody else. Don't hang up. We want to hear from you. Who do we have first? Go to the phone lines. Hello.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, Marathon.
Hey, Marathon. How are you?
I'm doing good.
All right. We're coming in hot today, Marathon. What you got?
This is what I do. Before I touch her body, I serenade her.
Okay. Sing to us. Sing, honey.
Something that you told me. Okay, come on. All right, Marathon. I love it. I like that Marathon. So you sing to her, okay? Yes, okay. All right. And does she respond to that, Marathon? Yes, she does. Okay. Well, Marathon, if you can't sing, what do you suggest to the brothers who can't really carry a note? What do you suggest they do? Put Peebo Bryson on.
Oh, yeah, Peebo. There's a lot of kids
walking around because of Peebo. Okay? Let's be clear. All right. Okay. Well, Marathon, thank you. You always add value to the show. You're one of our favorite fans, and we just love that you are not shy to call in, and you always give us what you got. Thank you for calling in. We're going to move to our next caller. Have a good evening, Marathon. Thanks for tuning in to We Got Issues. 313-778-7600. Let's go. Who's next on the phone lines? Hello? Can everyone hear me? Yes. Hi, my name is Alicia Love Wilson. On a scale from 1 to 10, I'm an 11. Alicia Love, you got the right name, baby. Talk to us. 11 on the scale. And why is it important to you? And how long have you been married? I've been married for 5 years. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's not a long time." No, that's a long time. That's any time is a long time. I promise you. Every day is a blessing, and I know it takes work. So no, we applaud that 5 years. Yes. So tell us about it. Thank you. Well, my husband, he is one of the associate ministers at our church, and he's also a media director for our church. So he's at the church at least 6 days out of the week. So every time he comes home, he's just about deadbeat tired because our pastor, our church relies on him so much because since COVID, they hired him on full time, and he's just there at all odd hours. So with that, you have to get a little creative. So when he comes home at night, I do my best to, have a dinner out for him, and sometimes it just helps to stand at the door, just maybe. Okay. I know that's right. Okay, Miss. All right, love. Okay. Alicia, all right. Okay. Y'all know she's a newlywed 5 years. Okay, we taking notes, Alicia. We taking notes. Okay. Because I know my husband, and he's not much of a lingerie guy because he's going to end up taking it off me anyway. So I just make it a little bit easier for him. I hear you. Hey, Alicia, what you say? You just dispense with the preliminaries. Okay? Dispense with the preliminaries. You just stand there like, nah, this is what I got. What do you got? Okay? And it also helps to go to bed naked too. So all you have to do is just roll it over. And also, I find out that, when we do end up doing that, we have a lot of intimate conversations. So, not all the time it may lead to sex or whatever, but when it does, it's on and popping. You hear me? Yeah. I love it, Alicia. I love it. What I love is your transparency. I love that you're free to be. I love that you are okay talking about it. I love that you know what he wants and knows what he needs, and you're not afraid to serve it. So this is exciting, Alicia. This is exciting. What would you say, Alicia, to women who are a little timid, a little shy in that area? How do they break out of that shell? It all starts with communication. You're not always going to be comfortable with doing certain things. So I highly recommend, just to talk to your partner about that. It also helps if you have a sex Bible. I have a sex Bible. So if there's positions that we'd like to try, we can just flip through and just go, because you don't like to do the same 1 to 4 positions every night. I hear you, Alicia. Hey, you have to stay up. Bible.
Okay, Alicia.
And
What's the name of it? What's the name of the book?
you know, we tend to shy away from that. And in the marriage bed, it's undefiled. So if you want to whip out that vibrator, go on ahead. Have fun with yourself.
You are blessing us, baby. I mean, okay. The radio operator, he's loving this conversation. Okay, Michael, he is loving this operation. We usually have to say, give us some applause, Michael. He is keying in on this conversation. Right, okay.
That's good.
Girlfriends, we have our sex expert on the line with us. Go ahead and ask questions, girlfriend.
I was going to ask, have you always been that comfortable talking about sex? And, you know, did you have conversations with your husband, you know, right after? I mean, how do you know what you like that you had that conversation? I know many women shy away from it. And I don't know why, because especially, you know, when you're married, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But why are we so timid when it comes to sex and asking, how do you like it? You know, what do you want me to do? What turns you on? What turns you off? I mean, I don't know why we are so timid when it comes to that conversation. So talk to us about how you've had that conversation with your spouse. Well, I just blatantly ask them, like, baby, what do you like? What you don't like? And, well, I'm not very shy when it comes to my body. So I'm like, baby, when you're doing that, can you please, you know, lick a little or breathe on my neck or, you know, certain things like that. And I always, people always told me this, but when you get married, the dating does not stop. Right. That so good. Does not stop. So, I mean, my husband, he's pretty good. Every Friday night we go out on a date, you know, so he's been very good with that. So it just really does boil down to communication. And unfortunately, there have been some times I faked it because either my favorite show was coming on or something, you know. But, you know, I mean, all the time I really want to pleasure my partner, you know, and he wants to pleasure me. So, right. I mean, it really all boils down to communication. Yeah. I would crack it up. We're loving it, Alicia. To have you on as our guest today. You hear me?
She's our guest. She's doing a good job. Alicia, what city do you live in? We got to flag you for next time. What city do you live in?
Arlington, Texas. Okay. So we had Snowmageddon, and when Snowmageddon happened, it was on and popping for 7 days.
I know that's right. Okay, excellent. Okay, Alicia, now we got to ask, how do you keep your energy high? How do you keep your energy high?
I will.
Oh, she didn't ask
I don't
again.
know. So, how do you keep it high, Alicia? Because you say 7 days when it was snowing. That's a lot of days.
I mean, we were basically snowed in. We're from Texas. We don't really go anywhere. We're not used to that type of weather. So my husband couldn't even go into work. So they had to, you know, switch up some things. And I'm like, well, we're just kind of looking at each other. So, I mean, there's only so many movies and games that you can do. So,
Alicia, you are laying it down, baby. You are literally laying it down. And so we appreciate it. Katrina, your mouth is wide open. Do you have a question for Miss Alicia?
Of course. Well, I mean, seriously, when you talk about showing up at the front door naked, my tech brain was like, I gotta step away from that Ring camera, so I ain't showing everybody when you're at the front door. Do you have children, Alicia? Are there children in the house, or no children? Just the two of you guys. That is awesome and amazing. I mean, you're teaching. Everybody is loving it. I done put the Bible, the sex Bible in the chat. And we just appreciate you for schooling everybody. My husband said, what translation is that Bible? That's what he wanted to know. Keep it going.
Yeah, we're not supposed to.
Oh, okay, nice. Well, my husband and I, we like to role play. And I don't like wearing my wedding ring because I like to show up at the bar. We kind of meet up at different times, and I'm at the bar, and he just kind of be like, oh, so, you know, you're around these parts or whatever, and we kind of play off of each other. So I kind of play the side chick. Yeah, so. Now you get into woman. Yeah.
Anthony said, Katrina, let's move to Texas. the Bible belt, okay?
And hopefully he will go beneath the belt.
Okay, Alicia. Hey, Alicia, this is your girl, Alicia. I'm going to need you to inbox me. Inbox me your number, girl. Okay,
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling. It's been a blast. It really has been awesome. Thank you so much for adding so much value to this conversation. All right. Lou, are you there? Lou, are you still there? We have another caller. Lou, are you still there? Do we have any other callers?
Tell you what, Sabrina, let's go ahead and go with Drea.
Okay, Drea. Hey, Drea. We haven't heard from you in a while. Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm good. Just had a lot going on.
Well, we're glad to have you back.
Thank you. I missed you guys. As for me and my husband knows how to take words to a song and turn it around and fit it to what he needs it to say. He would just come out and just make me dinner. Because we only see each other once a week. So we make the most of that once a week. My husband's a truck driver.
So, yeah. Well, Atlas makes the heart grow fonder for real, huh?
For real. So he will come home and make me dinner. He'll let me, while I'm doing my Mary Kay stuff, he'll cook dinner. Then we'll have our moments. We go out ballroom dancing. We go to the gym. We hit the hot tubs. We do date night, date day. Yeah, and he pretty much, he's the romancer.
Right. That's awesome. That's awesome. Wow, that's good. That's good. It's good to have one in the relationship that is, right? That makes it work. Because it would be tough. I mean, it's like, what's love got to do with it? It ain't nobody thinking about it. That'd be a tough road to travel. So, yeah, we appreciate you calling in and letting us know how it works in your household. That is awesome. Drea, stay safe. Thank you for calling in. All right. We love you too. Thank you for calling in. We Got Issues, 313-778-7600. We are talking romance. We are talking keeping the relationship hot. We are talking how do you spice things up when you're tired, when you're not really feeling it. How do you do it? Well, 10 hot ways, you guys, and I'm going to go to the girlfriends. 10 hot ways to keep the romance.
Number 10, here we go. Number 1, try a new activity together. Take notes, tribe. You know, we want healthy, happy, whole households in our tribe. And so we're going to always give you lots of love, laughter, and lessons in our daily talk show. So number 1, try a new activity together. Do something different. Number 2, schedule time for each other. Don't be so busy that you don't say, you know what, I'm penciling you in. Drop everything and let's get together. Number 3, try something new in bed. Mix it up. Stop being mundane and boring. Number 4, build anticipation. Now, our girl Alicia, that wasn't a whole lot of anticipation, showing up naked, okay? Number 4, build anticipation. Number 5, my girlfriends, they really taking notes over there. Number 5, get away from it all. Get away from it all. Yep, get away from it all. Number 6, don't forget the small things add up to the big things. It doesn't have to always be something big. It can be something little that adds up. Number 7, dance with each other. Dance with each other. Have fun. Dance with each other. Number 8, surprise them with a gift. If you're usually the gift giver, he needs to give sometimes. if he's usually the gift giver, you give sometimes. And so definitely surprise with the gift. It doesn't have to be anything major, but be a gift giver. The next one, I forgot my, is communicate. I think Alicia talked about that a lot. You got to talk about it. If it ain't working, let's talk about it. If it's working, let's talk about it. And communicate what you like, what you don't like, what you need more of. And then the last one was appreciate. Appreciate your love. That goes a long way. It really does. And when we talk about do some things differently, you guys, and it does matter. Our last caller, she said it's just them. No young people in the house. Young people can put stress. College kids can put stress. And so if you don't have time alone, you need to create time alone. And so that's important. I mean, it was really, just the other night we did something spontaneous. I turned on, what's Spotify? Not Spotify, but the music, Pandora. And when I tell you, it was like, because I usually go to bed earlier than Kenny, but he came to bed pretty early that night. And I just wanted some slow jams, some good music. I just hit Pandora and it was late night jams. Girl, we partied till like 4 a.m. Okay. It was one song after another and it was like a party. And I was just like, how did we find this? But it was really awesome. So you guys, music also sets the mood. So do things that bring you joy and bring your partner joy. All right, girlfriends, what do you have to say about the things that you could do to create romance?
Wow. You know what, Sabrina, this list is absolutely a great list. And it's something that it's not rocket science. It's stuff that you can implement today. So I'm going to challenge the girlfriends, challenge our tribe to pick something on this list and do it today. And we'll do a check-in. We'll do a check-in tomorrow on tomorrow's show and see how many of you picked one thing on this 10 things that you can do to make it, to spice up your romance. And so I gotta pick one. I don't know if I'm at the point where he's gonna open the door and see me butt naked.
That's
gonna be the one that I'm gonna do today. I'm not gonna say I won't do it, but probably not today.
But Chris, let's put it on the list because one of the girlfriends might do it and they might check in with us tomorrow and say, hey, I did it and we want to know how it worked for you. So add that to the list and let us know what you did. Okay. Put it on the list.
Let me see.
Surprise. You know, my husband is definitely the romantic and I appreciate him and I love everything that he does. And so I'm working on I love the getaways. I absolutely love the getaways because I give myself permission to put it all down, stop. And so we are literally planning to get away, but it's nothing like those small things. You know, we can't, even in the house, you can't use it as an excuse. So I'm going to pick some things on that list and work on it.
Okay, we're going to the phone lines, y'all. We got to go to the phone lines right quick. 313-778-7600. Thank you for calling. We got issues. We're having this conversation. So those issues
are less issues in your household, in your romance, in your relationship. So here we go. Who's on the phone line? Go ahead and talk to us.
Well, I'm so glad that the Texas lady identified being a Christian, but yet being human. This is Gary, First Lady.
Oh, Lord.
Lord.
So many. Here you go. Don't even go there. But we got to stop as Christians thinking that we're not human and we don't have the right to have pleasure in marriage. Unfortunately, as a pastor, I've heard so many complaints. And you go to asking the questions about whether or not you've entertained different things. Oh, no. What do you mean, oh, no? When you weren't saved, you entertained it. It's some things the body needs. Well, correction. It's some things the body to be attracted to. Every man don't want to see you naked at the front door. Put a sheer gown on. Let the imagination, put something when you're naked, but you're not naked. Some things, both face it. I mean, come on. Men love y'all. that really ain't the issue on most loves. If we with you with correction, a good man, let me clarify that. A good man that loves you is glad for all of what she said. But better than that is the attitude that comes with it. A man cannot perform properly with a messed up mind. Remember, what it takes for us to please y'all is muscles and mentality. You can't cuss him for 1 minute and then say, please me the next minute. And let him sleep sometime and then wake him up 3-4 hours later, because what you get pleased with is a muscle, y'all. You gotta something. Don't put him in no hot water. You don't put a muscle in a hot water and say, now work. I'm just trying to help somebody.
Okay, help them, Gary.
The substance of love and affection. And y'all always come out talk to me. Yeah, when you talk to me, yeah, you be right. We have a natural, come on, First Lady, we have a natural instinct to feel some type of authority. Even if we don't earn it. If you want to be pleased by that man, you got to let him feel like a man. You cannot, since he didn't talk about licking and sticking, you cannot deball him and then say, okay, why you ain't performing, brother? The mindset going into the affection to please you is what allows the muscle to work to please you. And y'all need to talk about this, and just a suggestion. What happens when you feel spiritually bonded with somebody who's not spiritually right? What do we do with people we feel everything for, but you just know it's a toxic relationship? So y'all say that for later, but let me jump back on this and I'm gonna get out your way. If we're going to love you, she said she got creative. I mean, it ain't hard to make love 7 days in the snow if you're with somebody you want to be with.
Right.
Listen to what I said. If you're with somebody, if I'm waiting on you to die to win, I can't enjoy you while you live. Ooh, I think I said something. If I'm with you for money, if I'm with you for the insurance policy, if I'm with you for an inheritance, I can't enjoy life now. I'm miserable. Mm-hmm. You gotta be careful with getting with people who want to win with you while you're living, not waiting on you to die, especially men and women. With women nowadays, you don't need somebody waiting on you to die to be a winner. You need somebody that's going to enjoy you to win while you're living. And when you got somebody that wants to win with you while you're living, when he touched you on your shoulder, if he slapped you on the butt, you ain't mad. You feel a chill. When he's in that room, somebody talks to you, your body talks when he walks up. When you hear his voice over the phone, and listen, she's a Christian. She talks about that vibrator. Y'all need to get off of this stupid stuff and go ahead and enjoy life. And sometimes what you need from that man, he sometimes needs help because he didn't work 12 hours, 6 hours. So baby, can you touch me with this, baby? It don't mean that I don't think you can do it, but maybe can you? And then listen to this. Quit thinking a man knows you. You've been with 5 men, 10 minutes. You can't assume that a man walks in the door and know what. Let him play with your body till he finds out what you like from him. Don't assume he knows exactly what to do with you. You're not like the last 2 women, or the last 10 women, or the last 20 women if he's a hoe. And guess what? If you a hoe, you need to be reformed before you talk about being in love with somebody. You can't let
dear, we got it. We got the point, dear. We got the point. You have said a mouthful. You have given us some things to think about. You really have added value to this conversation. We appreciate you calling. We got issues 313-778-7600. We always like to hear from you, Gary. We got to take another caller. Thank you for calling. We got issues.
313-778-7600. Gary had a lot to say, girl.
We appreciate.
Some good things to say. I love when he said, Gary was point on, spot on when he said, stop assuming that your spouse knows what to do and you've not told him. And then you're disappointed when he doesn't do what you want him to do. Well, doggone it, open up your mouth and tell him. Okay?
That's it. That's it. We're going to the phone lines. We're going to the phone lines. I hope Shakira's still there. Shakira, you've been so patient. Are you still there?
I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just listening to what y'all saying because this is my first time on here. And, like, I'm like, always calling. This is my first time calling in. And, like, people saying, oh, well, people got a day or somebody going out to eat. Well, I got a man already I love, so we're trying to get married. We're trying to get used to one another. And he lives in Detroit, I live in Dearborn Heights, so we're trying to get together and have a good time and fellowship. And he go to church, I go to church sometimes too. I go to church every Sunday. So that's what I like to do. This is my first time on here, so any question for me before I get off?
Shakira, we thank you for being a first-time caller. We love our first-time callers. We don't know how long you've been listening to We Got Issues, but we certainly thank you for tuning in, and we wish you and your boo the best of everything. We know that relationships take work, and some of the bonding activities, so thank you, Shakira, for calling in. You guys, some of the bonding activities, because romance
always sex, it's communicating, it's dancing, it's cooking a meal together. They said other bonding activities, yoga, travel, exercising, adventure, appreciation of art, going to museums and plays and that kind of thing. They said try rock climbing. They said that, of course, scrapbooking. I was talking to a girlfriend and they're empty nesters. She said, ooh, we got to find some hobbies. And her husband said, well, we could join the senior center. And my girlfriend was like, no, that is not what I'm talking about. Okay. So you got to find some hobbies that some things to do that make you bond. How about couples massages? Wine tasting, going to vineyards and to wine tasting. And then, of course, there's sex that burns calories, makes you feel great, and it makes a tight bond. So, girlfriends, what would you like to say about anything that our callers have said, or what would you like to add to the conversation?
It's so important that it is a priority in our lives. Keep it hot. Find something that you and your spouse enjoy. Find something new. And I just think it's important. When I got, the funny thing is, I'm sitting here looking at it, y'all. When we got married, my girlfriend made us some, those Victoria's Secret wings, those sequins wings. And recently my husband pulled them out and said, when are you going to put these wings back on? So, revisit your honeymoon. Revisit your honeymoon. They are sitting right over here. Can you believe, right next to me?
Put your wings on, Kat. Put your wings on. Put your wings on, girl.
Strap the wings on, okay, and fly and have some fun. I mean, your husband is your spouse, is the most important person in your life next to yourself. So keep it hot.
And we want to encourage every stage and age in life. Of course, when you're adult and of age and you're doing, because sometimes people say, well, I'm too old. I'm old for that. No, you're not. Age ain't nothing but a mindset. Age ain't nothing but a number. And so it's just important to make it a priority. Alicia said, love won't let me wait, always and forever. So amazing. Oh my. I mean, we're talking about mood music, songs with lyrics that just put you in the mood. What were you going to say, First Lady? Yes.
And one
Yes.
messages you can leave. And again, you know, what was that song? When it comes to a woman, it's all about her mind. If you can get a woman's mind, I mean, that's where it starts for us. What was that song? Your body is here, but your mind is across town, because that man had her mind. Okay. And so I just think if we learn how to, appreciate them, appreciate our spouse, and, by, telling them who they are, what you want, what you're looking forward to, that anticipation. I think that's important, anticipation.
Sabrina, one quick thing is, Airbnb adventures. This is not where you go to an Airbnb, but these are events that Airbnb has. There's all kinds of romantic things on there. You could learn how to dance. You could learn how to do some fun. I mean, for people who need some romantic help, okay, there are some classes you could take in the privacy of your own home where folks can help a sister or a brother out. So Airbnb
I love that.
adventures, check it out.
I love that. Check it out, you guys. Check it out. The bottom line is, the moral to this story is, there are no excuses for you not to create romance. Somebody said, well, this will be good for me when I get a man. Okay. Well, it does take two to tango. Okay. And so we know that we want to keep hope alive. Love is, you deserve rich love. You deserve strong love. You deserve real love. Don't give up on it. Don't give out on it. Rekindle the fire. Ladies and gentlemen, rekindle the fire. This is Sabrina Goodwin Monday with We Got Issues, the Force of Friendship, 9:10 a.m., the Superstation. We're here every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We love to talk. We love to discuss. We are love, light, laughter, and lessons. We love to hear from our tribe. Give us some ideas for topics, because trust me, every day it's tough to come up with something fresh and exciting that we know you want to talk about. So type in the chat, give us some ideas. We'll see you tomorrow. You've been the best today. Take care. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.